Welcome back. Western New York has been buried in more than 5 feet of snow over the last couple of days. Some areas around Buffalo have about 6.5 feet of snow on the ground right now. The snow is so deep. Plows are getting stuck. Drivers are stranded in their cars and people are trapped in their homes. My goodness. All right, Jason, we have our own troubles to worry about here.
Yeah, we do. And earlier I spoke with a Buffalo meteorologist about what's going on up there. Our great meteorologist, Carl Lamb, has been talking to us and communicating with me about what they have been receiving there in Buffalo and how they've been preparing for what's going on there. Take a listen.
You know, there's still a huge sense of teamwork and making sure that everyone stays safe and informed, of course. But I think we're all just kind of marveling at how quickly all of this lake effect snow has fallen. It's just been so quick in such a short amount of time. We're talking about anywhere between 40 to 77 inches of snow in just 48 hours, really, from the time this got started on Thursday night all the way until now. And that band is still dropping some snow for our northernmost counties in our viewing area.
When it comes to lake effect snow, how is the city handling it and how are they been preparing for even more snowfall?
Well, you know, the city has done actually a really good job with their snow preparedness plan because they've been able to get to about 85% of residential streets with at least one pass of the snow plows since the snow event began. But it really is the areas just south of the city of Buffalo by about 10 miles, shall we say.
I can tell you those images coming out of Buffalo are something serious. Carl also told me that he got stuck in deep snow on his way to work the other day. Normally a 20-minute commute for him, Alina, turned out to be about a 3-hour commute.
Oh, gosh.
So he says the best advice is making sure you plan, you prepare, you have a blanket, you have some supplies, emergency kit in your car. Reminds me of when I was in Texas last February. My normal 20-minute commute also turned into 3 hours.
Yeah, well, they're not used to it, so you know how bad it must be over there in Buffalo because they are used to this. And you also had a great reminder to make sure those cell phones are charged up.
Absolutely, absolutely. And we have that full interview up on our website too, so you want to go take a look at that.
All right, let's talk about our weather now. What's going on?
All right, let's get after it, Northeast Ohio.
Like Dad says.
Yes, like Dad says, let's get after it. All right, I promised you this timeline, and this is what we're going to start out with talking about overnight tonight. So it's good news here. You're already at home, or at least you're in some place where you can watch this forecast. The good news is this is going to be happening throughout the overnight hours. Obviously, okay, we do have that first band that moved through. We got more bands that's going to be heading through as well. How long these bands persist over one area will dictate who's going to get what and how much they will receive across the area as we wake up for tomorrow morning. We already have a heavy band that's picking up with some snowfall back over towards Ashtabula, where they've already had over 17 inches in some areas there in Ashtabula County. These bands will be significant at times. Whiteout conditions will be likely, as well as thunder snow in some of those areas. We're going to have quite the instability across Lake Erie, and as these bands hit the ground, they come over the land surface rather, they will likely have some bit thunder added to them as well. Vast majority of Northeast Ohio under at least some flurries at this hour, but as I said before, these bands will be picking up over the next couple hours. You can already see where it's cascading off of Lake Michigan, now moving into Michigan. Northwest Ohio was dealing with some of that snowfall, and even some friends of mine back over towards Detroit near Dearborn, they were talking about, oh, Jason, what's happening here in Detroit right now? Well, we do have that west wind cruising right on in. You can see right along the lakeshore. This is why we have that heavier band coming right into Ashtabula County. Gusts up to about 25 miles per hour right now. Will likely pick up perhaps even 10 more miles per hour by the time it's all said and done. Once we get that wind coming right off the lake there, heading more of a southeasterly direction, this is why we're going to start getting those striations of very heavy snowfall moving through. As it stands right now, we still do have that lake effect snow warning in effect for Cuyahoga County, Lake Geauga County, as well as Ashtabula. Ashtabula, you're getting even more snow, more than 6 inches, okay? So prepare for that. Trumbull County is now going to be under that winter weather advisory. How much are people getting across Northeast Ohio? We have these color contours on here, but I don't want you to get too hinged on these color contours. Just know if you're within that lake effect snow warning, you're getting at least half a foot of snowfall, okay? It's all said and done right there. Let's talk about that hour-by-hour forecast for you, your National Design Mart. As you go forward here, notice we start to get some of those bands moving through after the midnight hour, 1, 2, 3 a.m. It really starts to crank things up here, and some of them will be persistent in some areas. Surface temperatures, low 20s, upper teens, so that is another thing that we have to deal with. Anything that's falling is going to stick, and it's going to be staying there at least for the next couple days until we get temperatures warming up above the surface. 2 p.m. for tomorrow. Notice this, some clearing happening back over towards the west. We could be talking about sunshine tomorrow afternoon. Low 20s still expected. Ashtabula, you're going to be the last one that's pulling away from this around 5, 6 p.m. for tomorrow afternoon. And then thereafter, we're in the clear. Sunday night heading into early Monday, high pressure's back in control. We got sunshine Monday, Tuesday, increasing clouds on Wednesday. Wind chills, I do not want to leave that out as well, because we've been talking about the wind direction, the wind speeds, that changing of the winds. We're still going to be cooking when it comes to wind chills across the area. Teens is what it's going to be feeling like in the overnight hours, and some areas already feeling like the single digits. Overnight lows at the surface, teens to low 20s. Tomorrow's highs, upper 20s. Maybe they'll come near the freezing mark around 30, 31, 32 degrees. Who's to say? But it sure will be something we can get on here, and we'll really like that. So as far as Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, okay, I told you this before, things are going to be coming out of the south in terms of warming conditions, and you'll see that play out in your Junior Home Mortgage 7-day near 50 degrees the day before Turkey Day, and Turkey Day doesn't look that bad. Low 50s expected with an isolated shower. We'll worry about Friday and Saturday a little bit later.